Okay. Clap. Clap. Listen up, guys. This is a Toxic Talk Thursday. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, Miss Miko. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. That chat room is wide open. Please say good morning to each other. Show each other some love. It's all good. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team on all social media platforms. This is where you get your morning love, but most importantly, it's the only place on this entire earth where you get your morning started right. To the Queen, Miss Miko, good morning on a Toxic Talk Thursday. Good to see you. You're looking well. And how are you, young lady?
Hey, Shawn. Hey.
Hey.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Shout out to the chat room. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Miko, and I am here, and it feels good to be here with you guys on this Toxic Talk Thursday. So much has went down. We got so much to talk about since we last seen you guys on Monday. But first, let's get into this weather. Nothing changed. Weather, break. It's cold. In Lehigh Valley, where we broadcast live from, it's currently 4 degrees, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 degrees, going to a high of 15. New York City, don't laugh. You ain't no difference. You're 14. You're 10 degrees higher than ours. You're going to the high of 27. It's going to be sunny, but it's going to be brisk and it's going to be cold. So please, you guys, bundle up. Put on the hats, the scarves, the leg warmers, the arm warmers, everything to keep yourself safe and healthy during this season. But you want to stick with us, the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Got you. The only place on earth where you get your morning started right, and we truly appreciate you. And before we start this Toxic Talk Thursday, we're going to talk about something toxic right now. And Miss Miko is absolutely right, and it's the weather. Okay, so it is freezing cold. It was been freezing cold since Tuesday, yesterday. Brick City, goddamn cold outside. And one thing I want to say about the cold is, Miss Miko, down in the southern part of the nation, in Florida and Alabama and New Orleans and all these places, they got snow down there, and it's cold. And I sympathize with these folks before we start the show, and folks in the South Carolina, and even all that whole like southern part of the United States. North Carolina, it's freezing cold and it's snowing. And I sympathize with you guys down there. But this is what I will say for your folks in Florida, especially in Florida, that lived in the eastern part of the country, that lived here in Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey, and y'all bragged all the time about we moving down to Florida where it's nice and warm. Well, guess what? The wintertime has followed you. People in Atlanta, Georgia, where it's snowing. It seems like it's always snowing in Atlanta anyway. And you know why? Because Black folks had migrated down there to Atlanta from the Northeast, and they brought the snow down there. So do I sympathize with you guys in the South? No. Because you enjoy a lot of warm weather while we up here, full metal jacket, cold as hell. Let me tell you how cold it was the other day, Miss Miko. I did the old school thing I usually do. I slapped a bunch of Vaseline on my face and went outside from the Bronx. That's what we do.
You have to. Absolutely. You have to.
We took that I took that Vaseline and I just smothered it all over my face and I went outside. And on top of that, I'm not even gonna lie, the other day and even yesterday, especially yesterday, it was like 1 degree yesterday morning. And Miss Miko, I like to say I'm proud of myself as a grown-ass man. Miss Miko, I started that car and that car started right up. Give your boy Harvey a round of applause.
Shout out to your 2024 model. What you driving, Shawn? You got 2024, 2023?
Yo, my car is a 1997, but I got a 2025 battery in my car. Clap for me.
I ain't mad at you. Shout out to your car, brother.
And a lot of you folks out there, your car couldn't start because you was procrastinating about getting your little battery, and you knew your battery was a little weak. And a lot of y'all woke up Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning and probably this morning, and now your car can't start. And not only can your car can't start right now because it's cold outside, you got those bullshit jumper cables as well.
Yeah.
So, and Miss Miko, yesterday is this, I'm not even lying. I saw as I was driving around here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, doing my thing. Uh, I saw two vehicles that were getting jumped by other, the battery jump by other vehicles. So, like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus. If your car started, you got a good battery. So I ask you this, Miss Miko, before we start the show, and welcome to everyone in the chat room. We are back. Let people know. Young and Nut and everybody else and Sister Soldier and all you guys and LaShawn Haynes Jones, we are in the building. Well, let me ask you this question, Miss Miko. How's your battery game? How's your car battery game, Miss Miko?
Mine? Are you kidding me? It's 10 out of 10. Are you kidding me? You know I hate inconvenience. So you know I'm always on point. I'm on top of my maintenance. I don't like Christmas tree lights in my car. If something goes off in my car, it's going back to the dealer. It's not going to Jerome up the street to fix nothing. It's not going to the roundaway mechanic. It is going back to the dealer. They're going to give me a loaner and they're going to get one of them lights off of my car. My car is fine. The only thing I have to do, I must say, is I have to put a blanket in my car. People are saying these days, make sure you have some type of blanket in your car because you just never know. It may not be a battery issue, but it may be an accident on the highway and you're stranded. You're forced to turn off your car and just sit there for 20 hours. Make sure you have a blanket or something warm in your car. So that's what I have to do. And that's going to be my to-do list today. I'm going to get a blanket and put it in the car.
Well, it look like you got a blanket. Look like you're wearing a comforter right now.
Like my fancy sweater?
I love the sweater. And everyone in the chat room, if y'all don't mind, could we give a round of applause to Miss Miko's sweater? Let's clap for the sweater.
It's nice.
I'm confused with that sweater. I don't know if I stop.
Together, it's different colors.
Yeah, I'm confused with the sweater. I don't know if I could stop, go, enter, turn right, turn left. Miss Miko, one more thing before we get into the show about the cold weather. The other morning, I forgot. I didn't have any gas in the car. I had like a quarter tank of gas, right? And thank God for Jesus. Where I live, there's a gas station right around the corner, right? And that's one of the things I love about living here in this part, Bethlehem. Miko live on the other side on Eastern, but over here, it's really dope, and I'm grateful. And Miss Miko, I get over to the gas station, right? Miss Miko, it's so cold outside that my little fuel door on the car, the fueling door, that little thingy,
it was stuck.
It was stuck, Miss Miko. It was stuck. So in the car, I'm pressing the release button so the little gas door thing can open up, and it didn't open up.
It's cold.
I had I had only quarter tank of gas. But you know what I did? I went to YouTube University because I was like, how am I going to get this thing open? I go to YouTube, and on my model car, Miss Miko, if you go in the hatchback area, and you go down there where the tire is, or just on the side of the car, there's an emergency latch.
Oh, wow.
There's an emergency latch, and you pull the latch, and I don't care if it's 23 below zero, the little fueling door opens up.
Oh, get out of here. Look at that. Look at Harvey.
And one more thing.
One gas tank at a time.
And no doubt. And then on this part of the weather, I just want to talk about before we go in, there are some folks that are, and this is the advantages of home ownership and renting. Okay. Now, God forbid the weather's bad. And if you own a home, obviously you're responsible for your repairs of the house, right? And so you already know that. But if you're renting and there's some repairs that have to be done due to the weather, and Ms. Mick, I want you to look this up real quick. I know I should have talked about this before, but there are also concerns about, if your pipes are insulated, or if do you run the water a little bit?
Yeah, just at a drip. Yes, you do. And we talked about that. I think I did a Miss Miko's tips on how to protect your home during the winter freeze. I think I did that back in December, and we talked about different things you could do in your home, not only to keep warm, but to protect your pipes from freezing or busting and stuff like that. So yes, you do. You would turn on your pipe just to a drip, just a drip, 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 not a. You don't want that, but you want drip, drip, drip. That's all you need.
Right. So even if you're a homeowner or not, get your drip on right now. So you don't have all your pipes, freezing up in this time of the year. So please, guys, like Miss Miko did say this back in December. I did, I forgot that. But, just kind of be proactive so none of your pipes don't freeze. Whether if you're living in a house or apartment or whatever, just, be proactive with that. Now, we'd like to welcome you all to the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our beloved chat room, please like, share, follow, and subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show, featuring the Wake Up Team on this cold ass week here in the Northeast. But we are here for you, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shout out to everyone in the chat room, Sister Soldier, and all you guys. And don't forget tomorrow. It's Feel Good Fridays. That's when we ask for the donations, and that's when we're gonna shout y'all out. So what I'm gonna yield my time to the one and only Miss Miko. Miss Miko, what's going on? It's a lot going on.
Y'all? Let me tell you something. There's a lot going on this Toxic Talk Thursday, and we ain't gonna do nothing but talk about toxic Trump. That's what's going on today. This Toxic Talk Thursday. We're gonna keep it toxic. So you guys know your boy Donnie got sworn in on Monday on the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King birthday. He was sworn into office, and when he was sworn in, he immediately started signing a slew of executive orders. We don't know which ones will stick. We don't know which ones will get thrown to the back, but let's talk about it. So first and foremost, he pardoned 1,500 people from January 6th. You heard me. January 6th, 2021, the riot at the U.S. Capitol. 1,500 people were arrested. Some were in jail serving their terms, and he pardoned every single last one of them. They got off scot-free. That's kind of crazy to me, but hey. Immigration. He signed an executive order to end birthrights. What does that mean? That means if your parents are not U.S. citizens or they're here illegally and they had you and you're 37 years old, but your mommy come from Jamaica 39 years ago and you were born here and mom is still not straight in the country, there's a good chance that mommy's going to have to go back and you're going to have to go back. So he's ending U.S. birthrights. If that's going to happen, I don't know. He also said he's going to resume construction of the wall. Y'all know what wall I'm talking about. Keep people out of Mexico. He's putting construction back onto that. He's renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of Americas. I didn't know you could do that. Sean, can you do that?
Yeah.
Like who even named it that? Where did that name come from? Neither here nor there. Donnie said he is going to go ahead and he's going to rename it. When it comes to the workforce, federal workers, our beloved Vanetta George, our beloved Danielle. Oh my gosh, you guys have to go into the office. I know you guys been going to the office a few days a week, but now he said effective immediately. If you work for the U.S. government, you will be going into the office 5 days a week. That is tragic. And not only that, the IRS will be no more IRS. He's going to do away with the IRS. He's going to have an ERS, which is external revenue service, where he's going to impose a 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada starting February 1st. So he's going to collect tariffs from all the foreign nations. He said he's going to, what do you call it when you're a part of something but you don't want to be a part of it anymore? What is that called? Like he's part of United Nations and now he don't want to be a part of United Nations anymore.
Yeah, they're withdrawing to some of these organizations.
From the World Health, the WHO, he don't want to be part of the World Health Organization anymore. Like he got a lot of going on. He's also going to suspend U.S. foreign assistance program for 90 days, pending review as to whether or not we should still be involved in other people's business. So that's just a few things that he's did in the 3 days in office. 3 days, guys. 3 days. Y'all voted him in. 3 days. That's what he did in 3 freaking days. And he also did something that was kind of crazy. I don't know too much in this department. Maybe Sean, you'll tell me since you have like 17 baby mamas. But he amended child support, whereas the mom can't file child support anymore on the dad. And if she does, she will not collect the taxes on that baby or get that child care credit or whatever credit she gets. So I can't relate. I never had those issues, but Sean, you can expand.
Okay, cool. First of all, welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show, featuring the wake up team with the Queen, Miss Me, going on to the Queen, Cindy J. And shout out to the Queen, Cindy J. You'll see her tomorrow, live Friday. So we all good. And thank you so much for your thorough report. But let me just skip back one time. Let's go to the beginning. Okay, let's go to the beginning. They had the ceremonial changing of power in Washington D.C. Okay, they had uh, uh, Vice President Harris and the husband Doug Emhoff, Doug Emhoff, I think, pull up to the White House, and they got off the out the limo with the big red carpet. Uh, 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 Kamala Harris, the predictable pantsuit. That's the one thing about her, that she has the common denominator with Hillary Clinton. They sit in here and they're pantsuit lovers for some strange reason. I don't understand why these two women, they stay in those pantsuits with those low heels. I understand it.
They
You know
do
what?
with the kitten heels. They do.
Yeah, and I get it. I get it. I understand it. You women of a certain age, you can't bang those stilettos out anymore. I get that. But I'm saying the same pantsuit, we can't see no legs. Listen, I'm a leg man when it come down to the ladies. My legs are skinny as hell. But if you're running for president and you a woman, you want to see some legs, hope you want to see a little hips or something. We don't see nothing like that with Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris got a backbone of an NBA basketball player.
No, she don't. Don't say that.
Now
I'm
she's
sure
a,
she got a
now,
nice little shape up under all them clothes she be wearing.
now now she's a very attractive young lady for her age and very smart. We already know. But they pulled up, right? And then guess what? Donald Trump pulled up with that wife, Melania. Okay, this
Dressed
is
to the
the
T.
she came in there,
Let
and,
me show
and
y'all a
whether you
picture.
like her, or not, she came in there slaying.
She
She
came
had
in like
some,
Mary J. Blige
she
with
came in
that
there
big
with some,
ass.
yeah,
with
she
that
came in
big
there with
ass.
some kind of yacht hat, like you could barely see her face. She had this mysterious, elegant kind of look,
Let me
but
show y'all a picture.
she's 50 something years old. I tell you one thing, Miss Miko, she had those 75-inch stilettos rocking. She wasn't playing. This woman came to slay. Look at her. She had the white scarf going on with the trim suit, showing the legs, doing her thing. You can't
I
be
like this
mad at it.
picture better. She
You
looks
can't.
so like
Yo,
secretive.
the chick looked like royalty right now. She came there. The hat was matching the jacket. It was the same material. Listen, I'm a Democrat, okay? I voted for Kamala Harris. But let me tell you something. Melania Trump came to slay last night, and she did. And
That she did.
the part that fascinated me about the whole situation, that this is a woman that had on a 5 or 6 inch stiletto, and she wore it all morning
Here's her shoes. Hold on.
into
Let me
the
zoom in on the shoes.
afternoon. Into she had those Jackie Onassis Kennedy heels on. You know what I'm saying? She had those office stilettos on, and she came to slay. And she had those shoes on all day. So I asked this question before I move on, Miss Miko. How long can you wear a heel like that? Or can you wear a heel like that all day?
Absolutely. And I wear them all night. I don't take them off. I'm not the girl that takes off my shoes in parties. I'm not the girl that go out and have to bring an extra pair of shoes. That's not me. I will wear them all night. And I do wear them all night. The
Let's give
key
you a
to this,
round.
ladies, listen up, ladies. Go get a pen. Go get a pen. Go get a pen. I'll give you a secret.
Okay. Hold on. Let
The
me
key,
wait. Let me get
yeah,
let
go
me
get
get
a
my
pen.
pen.
Everybody get a pen. Let me know you get a
Hold
pen.
on. Let me go get a pen. I got a pen.
The key to this is you spray lanacane on your feet and you numb them. So before I go out and I'm wearing my red bottoms are 4.5 inches, I spray my entire feet with lanacane, get it numb. You wait a few minutes, you let it dry. Then when you put your feet in that bad boy, there's nothing. You don't feel like anything. It's just, you're stiff like this. Toes, nothing. Nothing's moving. Would you like me to get the bottle so you can see what I'm talking about, Shawn?
Yeah, get the
Let
bottle.
me
Yo,
go
hey
grab the
guys,
bottle. Hold on, I'll be
Miss
back,
Miko,
y'all.
Miss Miko is dropping free game right now to y'all. Ladder King. She sprays it on both her feet, and her feet freezes up, and they get numb for 15 hours. Who knew that was the secret? Now, Melania Trump came to slay last night. I'm a Democrat, but I have to give it to this young lady. She came in there looking absolutely elegant. That's all I'm saying. And also Joe Biden's wife, the former first lady. I liked her outfit too. Oh, there you go. Okay,
Here we go. Ask for cream.
that's it.
That's it.
So
And
are
what
you
you
saying?
do is you spray it on your feet. You wait about a minute or two for it to dry, and it's going to numb your feet. Now, ladies, don't do this every day, because what's going to happen is going to numb your damn foot, and you're not going to feel your nerves anymore.
Yeah.
But when you win for those special occasions, you get you a bottle of this, it will be your best friend. One spray in the beginning of the night, and that's it. And don't take them shoes off until you're ready to take them off for the night, till you're back in your house. Because if you take them shoes on, you can't put your foot back in there. So you spray them, and you spray them with these, put the shoes on, and you are good for at least 12 hours. You're welcome. Free game. The kids said never did enough for you.
And it's called Aspartame.
Aspartame, Landocaine. Yep. You can catch
Okay.
them on Amazon, have them, all the stores. You got it, ladies.
Ladies in the
And put
chat
number
room.
one in the chat room if you already, if you putting me on to this, if you already used it, because I know we have a lot of women of certain ages in our group. Maybe y'all been using this, because my grandma put me onto this.
All
Let me
right.
know if you already used it, if it's already in your secret arsenal.
Well, ladies in the chat room, if you ever use Aspartame or Landocaine or whatever, let us know. Miss Miko just gave a free game. I might have to try that one day. Now, and then they went over to the ceremony, right, at the Capitol, because remember, it was too cold outside for them to be walking around, which is understandable. 2 degrees, 10 degrees out there. Remember, I got no time to be walking out there. And they went into the Capitol Rotunda, which I've been in before. And this, it has this, yes, cloth with nothing but American history, a lot of Babylonian history. It is a type of place when you go in, you're like, oh my God, this place is beautiful, regardless of the history of the United States of America. It's a respectable place, and I get it.
Okay.
And then in the Rotunda, guess what? All the old relics started walking in to pay homage to our new king, or our king twice. And I didn't even know these guys were still alive. George Bush and the wife, they walked in. I didn't even know they were still.
Died.
I thought they died.
Okay.
They walked in looking crazy. They walked in looking. They didn't look like husband and wives. They looked like sisters and brothers. And then Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton walked in, and boy, when the Nordics, man, when they get old, they age real bad, man. Just really fucked up, man.
They do.
And Hillary Clinton looked like a well-dressed gym teacher. She looked like a gym. And then, of course, she had on the pantsuits. And I think the older she's getting, the bigger her head is. But that's with all of us. When we get older, and it's a scientific fact that our ears grow. Look at these ears right here.
They
These
big as
ears
hell.
These
big as hell.
Look, guys, look at the chat. Look at this. Look at this. Look at his ears.
Big as hell.
And listen, I started off with little ears. My ears were like this, and that was 3 years ago. So they both looking crazy. Bill Clinton couldn't even keep his mouth closed because I think there's something wrong with his jaw. Like all this is all screwed up. So he got his mouth open. So it's crazy. And then our beloved African-American king walked in, high-stepping, looking good, President Obama. Even though he looks good, it looked like he just finished smoking a Newport. But my problem with President Obama is Michelle Obama. She wasn't standing. She wasn't there. She wasn't there to represent her husband.
Michelle said she ain't with it.
He's walking around the place looking crazy. He got no security. He's by himself. And I felt sad for our beloved president that his wife felt a certain way where she couldn't attend this whole situation with Donald Trump because her feelings are hurt. If any woman shouldn't attend the Donald Trump situation, it should have been Kamala Harris. But for you, Michelle, who you are my queen, you are Black royalty. I will tell you this, Michelle Obama, I love you, but I was disappointed. I
So you're
was
saying
disappointed.
that she doesn't have a right to her opinion? She doesn't have a right to stay home and not be around the fake and the phony? Are you kidding me?
She does have the right.
And
I
she
do,
did. And she
I do
exercised
agree.
her right. She
I
did.
do agree with you. I do agree with you. But you know what? You left your husband out in the cold like that.
He shouldn't have been there either.
No, well, he's used to be. He's
Donnie
the.
didn't go to his
I,
inauguration. Was
no,
Donald Trump there?
no, Don, no. That was back in the day. Donald had nothing to do with that. If anyone shouldn't have been there, it shouldn't have been Joe Biden because remember when they had inauguration 4 years ago, Donald Trump didn't participate in none of it. So Joe should have stayed his ass home. But for Michelle not to
No.
rep, and what you guys think in the chat room, for Michelle Obama not to represent her man, her husband, who's a good man, who's Black royalty, who you don't see him in no drama, no
She did what was
scandal,
in her heart.
and no scandal. And then you women sit there and y'all talk about all the time how Black men don't do this, Black men don't do that, or men, period. And this is a man who is worthy for at least his wife to go, you know what? I don't want to be here, but you're my husband and I'm gonna represent you. And it looked very sad for me to see my beloved king, President Obama, rolling by himself dolo. Wow, that's what we're doing. Shout out to Michelle Obama, Queen. I love you. But for your husband to be there by himself, and the daughters wasn't even, at least maybe one of his daughters could have came with. Nobody was there, and he showed up by himself. So that's my thoughts on that. Now, Ms. Miko talk about 1,500 folks being pardoned. Is that a big surprise, guys?
Not to me.
And not only was they pardoned, they
And
are
they'll do it again.
and not only are they pardoned, they are out of jail.
They're out of jail.
They're out of jail. They're home right now.
Yep.
Am I mad at Donald Trump for doing that? No, because he said that if he was elected, he would do that. And it's sort of like, you know what? On a certain level, I do agree with it. I agree with the fact that he kept his word and his boys got locked up and he got his boys out of jail. How many times have we heard that in the urban community, and we looked at our urban legends as heroes when they got their mans out of jail? And that's exactly what he did on a whole nother level. The birther thing, that's not gonna fly. If you are a legal citizen of the United States of America and you have a child here in the United States of America, you are protected by the 14th Amendment. That child is a United States citizen. Now, mom and dad, if you're not a United States citizen, you're just not a United States citizen. But your child is. They will never overturn that. They got to make a whole new amendment to the Constitution, and they're not going to do that.
He said he is. But wait, I forgot one, Sean. As we go down the list, he also said he's going to end gender neutrality. It's going to be man or woman. That's it. Either you're a boy or a girl. That's it. There's no more A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No more LBGTQ plus. None of that. Man or woman. What are your thoughts?
Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. We see you guys in the chat room. Thank you so much, D-Lo, Mathis, all the rest of y'all, Vanetta Joy. We're going to get into all that in a minute. And we're going to shout y'all out tomorrow as we do. And thank you so much and welcome back to what we do. And please like, share, follow, and subscribe. Okay? We refunded all your money back from the Patreon, but that still doesn't stop y'all for donating on Friday if y'all don't mind. And thank God for Jesus. And I want to give a shout out
I feel
to
like we're begging, Sean.
Yeah, we are begging. Yeah, we are begging. We are begging. And shout out to my son, Shawn Harvey, in the chat room. Left a donation, man. I appreciate you. That's my beloved son, and God bless you. I have to agree with Donald Trump on this one. I have to agree with him. Men and women, this is a bad week for you if you a transsexual. It is.
It is.
This is not a good week for you.
And
This is not
it's
going
a
to be.
worse week if you voted for him.
Yeah. These 4 years is going to be hell for y'all. Okay. So what is he saying? He's saying all that marching you're doing don't mean nothing. Those bathrooms, you're not going to get your bathroom. What he's going to do is say, all right, we're not going to say men's room and bathroom and men's and women room. We're just going to say bathrooms on there, and you're going to have the symbol of the men and women like we see now. That's all you're going to get. If you think you're going to get your own bathroom, you're sadly mistaken. Now, if you identify trans and you're a man, but you dress like a woman, you have to take the makeup off and go to the men's room.
Yeah.
Now, on top of that, when it comes down to sports, if you're a trans a boy and you want to be, and you think you're a woman and you identify as a woman, you can't participate in female sports. I totally agree. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm a Democrat, but I totally agree with that.
I get it.
I totally agree with that. You're not going to be a boy, no disrespect, and identify as a woman, and now you play sports and you want to play on the girls' basketball team. That's not fair.
Stronger, faster. Yeah.
The federal workers that got to go back to work, Miss Miko brought that up. Take your punk asses back to work.
Oh, stop it.
Okay.
They've been going to work, just not 5 days a week. I think they were going 2 or 3 days a week.
No. Go back to work. You've been out of work for 5. I mean, you've been working from home remotely for 5 years. And now you got a problem with going back to work because President Donald Trump, or as Miss Miko called him, Donnie. I like that for some reason. I like Donnie for some reason. Because it gives him an urban identity. Donnie snuck that on you guys, on you federal workers, with a stroke of a pen. Y'all didn't even see it coming.
They wasn't expecting that one.
They wasn't expecting. It was the second thing they said on the list. He said federal workers got to go back to work immediately. He seems to work.
Mean today.
Today. And you mentioned our beloved Vanetta George, God bless you, and all the others.
Danielle Williams.
I feel bad for you guys. I really do. But you've been home for 5 years. Who's paying for these buildings? The taxpayers, the federal workers, right? That pay. People always talk about the taxpayers' money, right? My question to you and Vanetta, let us know: are the taxpayers paying for your buildings, your locations where you work?
Oh,
because if the taxpayers are paying for the federal buildings where you work, then take your ass back to work. Who's paying for these buildings? And I don't want to hear nothing about work performance is better at home. That's all bullshit. How many people have worked from home? And Miss Miko, please don't incriminate yourself if you don't mind. Because remember, Miss Miko was working from home too. How many of y'all, and let's be honest with yourselves, and Harvey works from home too. But let's be honest. How many of y'all was on the clock and you was running errands and doing all kind of other situations in your life while you was on the clock? How many of y'all picked up your kids from school? How many of y'all did other side businesses? How many of y'all did your doctor's appointment? Miss Miko, don't say nothing, please. But I could see your soul. I could feel your heart right now. And you guys have been doing it for 5 years. And now you up on the uproar. And for those folks, those mega folks that voted for Donald Trump, that's a federal worker that worked home remotely, you just voted your punk ass to go back to work. Now, there are some like Danielle Williams and Vanetta George. I pray that you guys stay home and work. I'll be honest with you. But the rest of your co-workers, y'all got to go back to work and stop panicking. It's your job. Now people are in the uproar. Oh my God, we need gas for the car. We need our clothes.
No, but Shawn, you got to understand that people move to different states. it's not about working from home. People literally moved to different states and was working from home. So for them to say you got to come into the office now, as I done up my family and I moved down south, or I moved across the country, or I moved up north, that's crazy.
Well, who told your punk ass to move?
That's
Who told
crazy.
who told you to move? Did your
Mm.
job tell you to move? Or did you move?
Work from home is working from home. So if my
Right,
home
working
is
from home.
in
And how,
Alaska, that's where my home is.
right. And how many of y'all have been on vacations or took little trips or whatever and took your little laptop with you and you was working? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. And I'm not mad at you.
You
Ride the
sound kind of mad. It sounds like a little bit of hate.
Look, yeah, I am. I'm hating a little bit. Yeah, I'm hating a little bit. But my whole thing, yeah, I am hating a little bit. But how many? Look, I'm not mad at you. You've been doing it for years. You've been taking your little laptop and you've been working wherever you want remotely. And now you got to go back. And if you move from your location and you move to a different state, if you still want to work at that job, you got to move back.
Yeah.
You can say I'm hating, and welcome to the show, only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning, show featuring Wake Up Team. But I'm not hating. I'm just surprised of the resistance of folks that don't want to go back to the building. COVID, before COVID, you was working at the building. And what was the reason why you was working remotely, guys? Why? Because
Because
we
the
had a
building closed. It was COVID.
Yeah, we had a deadly virus out there. It was understandable. I was for it. Go back to the old shows. I was for you to work at home. But guys, there's no more COVID. Where's COVID at?
Allegedly.
Okay, there's 2 or 3 people with COVID right now. That's it. I could see if there was a war going on in this country. Welcome to the show, any place on earth where you get your mornings all right. If there was enough, if you guys want to work at home continuously now, you better come up with another virus. But your boy, especially for the federal workers, your boss is the president. Your boss is the president. Right? Donald Trump
Yeah.
is the top. Is the president. He's the boss of the federal workers. Your
Yeah.
boss said, go back to work. And don't get mad at me, guys, for sharing my opinions. I'm just saying, you've been riding this gravy train for 5 years. That's all I'm saying. You have 5 years now. You got to take the kids back to the daycare center. What about that industry? That industry suffered for 5 years. What about the lunch guys? What about the guys with the gyro meats in front of the building?
That don't wash their hands.
What about those guys? What about all those little restaurants that's downtown that survive and thrive on your people going to work? What about those guys? Or y'all don't give a damn about them, right? But you do take your laptop and you move to a different state, or you go on your little vacation trips and you working on the taxpayer's dime. And who the hell are you to take your laptop and go over to another state and work?
I know,
Who
right?
authorized that? Who said you could do that?
I know, right?
Who said you
How
could do that?
presumptuous of people.
So I say this. I'm sorry, guys. This 5 years. It still might take another year for y'all to go back to work. 6 years. Some of y'all could just retire now and just leave it alone. Naming the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America, I don't care about that. But if that's what
Hilarious.
he wanted to do, that's what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So Donald Trump is the president of the United States. He won the electoral vote, crushed Kamala Harris, and he won the popular vote. There's nothing more to be said about this. This is a conservative country, okay? For the next 4 years, you know what it is. And shout out to Donald Trump, aka Donnie. He loves dancing off of YMCA by the Village People. And he's the guy now. I'm a registered Democrat. but Donald Trump is the president of the United States, and we all got. I mean, for me, I got to respect that.
Donnie said TikTok needs him. He said he will keep TikTok going for further than the 90 days that he's already extended it if he is allowed to own 50% of TikTok.
Now,
It's the right thing to do.
Now, Miss Miko, okay, come on, that's a brilliant move, man.
Absolutely. That's a businessman making business decisions.
Yes, God,
Absolutely.
you can't knock Donald Trump or Don. I like that, Donnie. Let me write that down, Donnie. I like
Donnie.
Donnie. I'm not mad at Donnie for that. Donnie's like, yo, we'll keep you open for 75 days, but I want 50% of this.
Yep,
and if I don't get 50% of this, you're out.
Yep. Yep.
Well, you can't be. And he had the TikTok owner at the inauguration. And not only that, he had Jeff Bezos from Amazon.
He did.
He had the dude, the
Tesla dude, Elon
the Tesla
Musk.
dude. He had the Google dude there as well. He had
what's
that
his name again? His name.
He had all his billionaire friends there that's driving this American economy.
Yeah.
Listen, what more can I say? Shout out to Donnie. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but all the baby mothers on earth, you can't claim your child on the taxes anymore if the father's paying child support. The father or the mother, whoever's paying child support, has the right now to file to claim the child.
Yeah.
Can you be mad at that? I can't be mad.
I think it's fair.
All my baby mothers have become millionaires from claiming all my kids. Or I get a dime. I get a dime for none of these kids. Not a dime. And I'm not even mad at my baby mothers. But baby mothers now, you're going to have to negotiate and you're going to have to talk to your baby father. So the days of you saying, I'm going to put that motherfucker on child support, those days are done. Because you can put him on child support, but he will reap the benefits of it. Mm-hmm. I can't be mad at that. Can you be mad at that? So now you got to have a conversation with your baby fathers, ladies, moving forward. If this is the case with Trump, you just can't take your baby father to court no more.
Right.
But you can, but know this. You're not going to get that extra $5,000, $2,500, that little $7,000. That's not your money no more.
Okay.
My baby mothers owe me $650,000.
That's crazy.
So
I don't think that's going to stick.
So this is a new world order, guys. Building a wall again. I don't know if that's going to happen, but know this. If you feel that Donald Trump is the president and you have to leave the country, then you're a freaking idiot. Don't go nowhere. Where are you going? But if you want to leave the country, bye. I like what Miss Miko talked about TikTok. Yes, TikTok is everything. If Donald Trump owns half of TikTok, he will be unstoppable because people will vote for his movement. And that's the thing about this whole situation that's going on before we get out of here. And we have a tip for Miss Miko, whatever she's going to do. That mega movement is, you gotta admit, guys. And again, remember, I'm a registered Democrat. I'm just looking at it, just the whole overall picture of it. Donald Trump came up with a movement that said, make America great again. And it crushed any political opponent's movement or agenda. He just had a slogan. And that slogan resonated with America, especially his Babylonian, his Vikings, and his Nordics.
It's like McDonald's. You see that hat anywhere, you know exactly what that red hat with that white writing means. It's just like McDonald's. It's worldwide. It's world known. Great marketing.
Come on, guys, are you hearing what Miss Miko said? Great marketing. You can't be mad. And remember when it was years back when he started, like, yo, make America great again. And we was like, get out of here. He sounds stupid right now. Now look. So now it's a movement. And don't be surprised on this Toxic Talk Thursdays, guys, that Donald Trump picked one of his sons to run for president 2 years from now to keep that whole Trump gravy train going, because Donald Trump has proven that you don't have to have any political office to run for president. He didn't have no
Absolutely.
experience on nothing and became the president.
Thanks, America. Great job.
And
You guys
and
did it
before
again.
and before we get out, put a number one chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number two if you did. And don't remember, guys, come back tomorrow. We're gonna shout out the room. We're gonna show
Cindy
you
will
some
be
love.
here.
Cindy will be here.
My
And thank
tips are on Friday, Shawn. Miss Miko's tips is only on Friday, so you're gonna get a
oh,
good tip tomorrow.
oh, my fault, my fault. Miss Miko Tips is on Friday. So guys, we truly appreciate y'all and we're excited. Now, what else? I was gonna say one more thing and I freaking forgot it. All right. Uh something good. All right, anyway. I think that's it, Miss Miko. We truly appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. I wish I could remember what I was going to say,
You
but
were gonna
forget
say
about it.
March the 8th, my birthday party. Your birthday party, Shawn. March the
Oh,
8th, Comedy in Harlem. That's what you're
I
gonna
wasn't
say.
going to say that, but you're right. Guys, thank you, Miss Miko. March the 8th. Come on down to Comedy in Harlem. It's my birthday show. I need everyone in the building. Miss Miko, Cindy's going to be there. We're going to have a great time. My man, DJ Hot Sauce. We're going to do an after party. We're going to turn up. Y'all come on out. Comedy in Harlem. Doors open up at 7. Showtime 8. I need everyone, all you guys in the chat room to come on out and celebrate your boy's birthday. And in the early springtime, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Waco Team will be at Comedy Harlem on an after work special where we're gonna do the live podcast after work, and y'all come on in. So instead of watching us here on video, you'll see us live. And for you guys who've ever been to a live event with the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Waco Team, you know it's all that, and we're gonna have a great time. So Miss Miko, I tell you what. I turn it over to you for the last word. We truly appreciate y'all. Shout out to everyone. We're gonna shout you guys out tomorrow. God bless you with some honorable mentions. The Godfather Solar, Princess Cox, no pause. God bless you. Go ahead, Miss Miko.
My last word is, if you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain.
See? That's dope. Could you say that one more time? That was dope.
If you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain.
There you go. We're going to leave you there. Toxic Talk Thursday. God bless all y'all. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Miko, let's wave at these folks.
Bye, guys.